10 reasons why you should always try. When I was a kid, I was painfully shy. But as I got older, I started to learn from experience and be more confident in myself and more comfortable. My first major try and fail was in 8th grade when I applied to a private secondary school, a very prestigious preparatory school. A lot of the kids in my town went there, and it was my dream to go there. My brother went there. We lived in the same town as this school, and I really wanted to attend that school. So in 8th grade, I took my test and I applied. I did well on my entrance test. When I got the notice in the mail that I was not accepted, I was mortified. I was torn apart. I had a major breakdown and got really depressed. It was especially hard because when I would go to school the next day, all the kids that got in were talking about that they got in, and I have to sit there and listen to them, and I was just feeling so bad inside, so rejected. I'd worked so hard. I got really good grades. I really wanted to go to this school, and I just didn't get in. Because you know what? You can't win them all, and you don't always get in, and it's not always fair either. And then something hit me even harder. One of my teachers, my social studies teacher, we'll call him Tom. He gleefully, like with a smile on his face, told me, well, you know, they come down here to meet with us since we're in the same town, the admissions people to the school. And he said, and I told them that I believed you were too immature to attend that school. And he said this happily, like he was so happy with what he'd done with this recommendation he'd given. Now, I have no way of knowing if that's what kept me out or if there was another reason, but it really hurt me inside, really bad, because I had worked so hard. And to know that he would say something like that, that he was so happy about his hand in me not getting in, because we had never really gotten along. I definitely was not his favorite student, and he was certainly not my favorite teacher. You know, it really hurt. And so then I was stuck on that, like, you know, oh, he's the one that kept me out, which I have no way of knowing. You never know why they admitted you and why they don't. They don't really tell you. It was a very hard first major failure in life, and I was really depressed. I remember I couldn't get out of bed. That was my first real feeling with real deep depression. It took me about a good month to really get out of it, and then I was really in despair. I was letting my grades slide after that. It was like I didn't care anymore, and I really let it affect me. And I wished I hadn't. I wish I was able to hold my head up higher and see that there was more to life and much more in my future. But when you're that age, it's really hard. So if you are that age and you come disappointments, know there'll be a lot more opportunities in the future. So I entered public high school the next year, and one thing I was really excited for was sports, because I'm really good at sports. And I love basketball, and I tried out for the team, and I did not make it. And again, I was torn up inside. It was like the school all over again. I just wanted to give up on life and everything, and it was a long dark winter, and I was really sad. But then when spring came around and it was time for softball season, I said, there is no way I'm letting them cut me from this team. So me and my friend, we started working out. It was still snow on the ground, and we were outside playing catch, working on our grounders, our fielding, everything. And the softball and baseball is my best sport. It's like I was playing it since I was a little kid, and there was no way I was letting them not let me on this team. So come for tryouts, and a couple days go by, and they wouldn't even let me take batting practice. I'm like, what is going on? Are they just already set on cutting me already? And then the coach pulls me and my friend aside and says that we were doing so well that they were moving us up to the junior varsity team, and I was so happy. I was so proud of myself. One of my proudest moments of my young life. Not making that basketball team, it made me get out there and try even harder. I didn't take anything for granted, and I worked out, and I made the team plus some. So that was another lesson learned in trying and effort and not giving up. That something even better came around the next time around. In 10th grade, I was again on the field hockey team. This time I was on the junior varsity team. We used to have these little parties at the captain's house, you know, for, to get riled up for the game and stuff. And I was playing the piano down in the basement, and the girls heard me, and they were like, you need to be in the talent show. You need to play for the talent show. And I was like, no way, because I was still really shy, insecure, low self-confidence, and I mean, they wouldn't let up on me. And these were older girls, so I looked up to them. And they're like, no, you'll do so good, you've got to do it. And for some reason, I said yes. I think it was the peer pressure, and sometimes peer pressure can be good, and I said yes. So I entered this talent show. It wasn't a competition, it was a talent show. And let me tell you, these kids were mean. The audience, the high school kids, they were booing people, like booing people on the stage. So they were not caring about your feelings and just clapping for you anyways. Like, they were booing people off the stage, and I was terrified. I was shaking, I was cold, and I was like, why are they're gonna boo me, they're gonna hate me, because I always thought everybody hated me. So I got out there and started playing my song, and it was a song I had written. And the song goes from a minor to a major key, and it's like a pivotal moment when it switches keys. And wouldn't you know, when I hit that key change, those kids stood up and started cheering for me. Like, my song had moved them so much that they started clapping and cheering for me in the middle of the song. That feeling right there was amazing, and I have held on to it ever since. It was just amazing because those kids were honest, and if they didn't like you, they were honest about it, and if they liked you, they were honest about it. And I earned those applause. Those weren't just polite applause. I earned that, and I've held on to it, and right there my confidence was boosted to another level, like maybe just below normal. And I have since held on to that feeling and that memory, and I'm so thankful that I tried and that I went and did that talent show. I learned a very important lesson that night. I've been through a lot in my life, and a lot of hard times, and been in different placements, group homes and hospitals and stuff like that. And that really took a toll on me, but it also kind of lit a fire under me. Because when you're in a hospital or residential school, you're not free. You know, you can't just go out when you want to. You can't even go outside. You have to like have permission in a certain level, and a lot of times they keep your shoes, or the door is locked, and you're not free. And being kept from the world like that, it really makes you appreciate your freedom and like your place in life and what you want to do in life and your goals, because you have no way of trying to achieve them. You're at the mercy of these people that are running these places, and they keep you from the world, and you can't have a normal life when you're in there. And it took me a lot of time to get free from all that, but I finally am. And the past few years, through YouTube and through my in real life, I have been just going for everything. I'm like, forget this, I'm gonna try. Why not? If I don't try, I don't know. I went and I tried out for America's Got Talent. I didn't make it, but I tried out, and guess what? I met like the coolest guy there, and now we're really good friends, and we play music together and make videos, and we plan on trying out again next year America's Got Talent together as a duo. So you never know what's gonna happen unless you try. If you don't try, nothing can come of it. And it's easy to say, oh, I give up, no one's gonna accept me, or I'm never gonna win, or I'm never gonna make it, I'm never gonna make the cut. But you never know. And the more times you try, and the more times you try, the more you open up opportunities for yourself. And it might not even be the opportunity you were going for. You might come across a whole new opportunity just from trying. So I encourage you to always try and go for your dreams. Don't underestimate yourself. Even if you do underestimate yourself, you should still go for it and try. It's like the lottery. The more times you enter, the more times your odds of winning go. It's the same with trying out for things, trying for a job or a contest or a sport or anything that you want to accomplish. Another example is there's a high IQ society called Mensa that I've always known about. My mom's always said, oh, Jen, you should try out for Mensa someday. And I'm like, no, I will never make it. Like, those people are really smart, and it's a really hard test, and what if I fail? And you know, if you fail the test, you can't take it again. And then as I got older, it was about 2 years ago, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take that test. Why not? What harm is it gonna do? Either they're gonna say, yes, you made it, or no, you didn't. And if they say, no, you didn't, I'll be fine. I still know who I am. I still can do a lot of cool things, and I know I'm a smart person, but I'm gonna try, because this is something I would think I would like to be a part of. So I went in there and I took the test, and wouldn't you know it, I made it. I made it into Mensa. Who would have thought? The girl who the teachers used to have no faith in, who used to always put me in trouble, always put me in timeout and sit me on the bench and send me out of class and discourage me, I made it into Mensa. And not a lot of people can say that. So I'm really, really proud of that accomplishment, and I'm so happy I tried. And the more I try, the more I learn to try, because it just gets like, oh, I want to try this and this and this. And I open myself up and my confidence is up. I'm not overconfident, but I'm confident in myself and that I can do my best effort. And I've learned that even if you don't accomplish what you were hoping to accomplish, other doors can open to you through trying, through effort and work. So I wanted to share that with you, a little bit of a story, a little bit of motivation, in case you were thinking about trying for something and feeling down on yourself or not confident. Go for it. I'm telling you, the more you go for it, the more you learn and the more you accomplish. So friends, thanks for watching my video about trying and why it's good to make an effort and try out for things. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it was helpful. If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss them.